A few weeks ago, I shared a video of me unboxing some antiques that had belonged to my grandmother. And there were tons of items in there, and I went through them very briefly and showed everybody in the video. And I said in the future, I would pick a few of those items that I really thought were special, and I would learn more about them and share that with you. And so this video is doing that with one of the items that I really thought stood out. It's this photo of the Spanish Steps in Rome. And I just thought it was beautiful. At first, I thought maybe it's a painting, looking at all of the colors, but then I quickly realized it is a photo, an old black and white photo with some vibrant colors in the front. And in the back, there's even some color on the buildings, very light, very delicate. And it just was pretty unique to me. I had seen some photos in my family that were very clearly photographs that had been painted over, but I hadn't really seen it a lot, and I hadn't seen it as sort of a souvenir travel photo. I quickly hung it on my wall thinking that was it, but then I went down a rabbit hole a few days later wanting to learn more about it. So this video is sharing more about what I learned. This lovely old photograph was my grandmother's, but I don't know exactly who bought it or when. What I do know is that it depicts one of Rome's most famous landmarks, the Spanish Steps. And while it's beautiful on its own, it's the colors that caught my attention. My first assumption was that someone had simply painted the flowers, but looking closely, you can see that there's paint on top of a photograph. And after doing some research, it appears this is what's known as a hand-colored photograph. More specifically, a hand-tinted photograph, where an artist applied transparent washes of color directly onto the black and white print. The goal wasn't to completely repaint the image, it was to gently enhance it. That's why the colors feel so subtle. The artist wasn't hiding the photograph, they were working with it. Today we take color photos for granted, but for much of photography's history, photographs were black and white. Before color photography, if you wanted color in your images, someone had to add it. The process usually began with a photographer capturing a scene like this one. After the black and white print was developed, it was handed to a colorist who carefully applied transparent washes of watercolor or dye with small brushes. The goal wasn't to repaint the image, but to enhance it while allowing all of the photographic detail to remain visible. That's why the colors on my photo are so subtle. The brightest colors draw your eye to the flower market, while the softer pinks and blues add warmth and depth to the buildings beyond. By the early 20th century, hand-colored photos had become popular all over the world. Families commissioned hand-colored portraits like this one. You can clearly see subtle color painted on the faces of the individuals here, with some more vibrant colors in the decoration of their clothing. And photographers in Japan became famous around the world for their beautifully tinted souvenir photos of rural life and ancient temples. And throughout Europe, travelers brought home hand-colored views of famous landmarks like this one of the Spanish Steps. One of my favorite things about this photo is how intentionally the color was used. The flowers receive the brightest reds and blues, naturally drawing your eye to the foreground, but there are also delicate hints of blue and pink on the church, and warm tones brushed onto the buildings. Once I noticed those details, I stopped seeing this as a black and white photograph with painted flowers, and I started seeing it as a carefully crafted work of art. So by the mid-20th century, this craft of hand-colored or hand-tinted photography largely went away because of color photography being so common and more cost-effective. So sadly, we don't have a lot of this craft happening after that time period. It's not particularly rare in concept. This was done throughout Europe as a souvenir item. The Spanish Steps are very famous, so this was probably a very popular photo to sell. But what I think is that they're probably all unique because of the hand-painted nature of the photo. And every artist is gonna do the photo in that moment, how they, feel compelled to create. And so I like to think that this is unique, but you can likely find this or something very much like it in an antique shop or online. If you watched my unboxing video, you know that there are a lot of cool items in there, but I think this is one of the most unique to me items from the box, and I was really happy to share it. It's so cool to think about decades ago, somebody being at the Spanish Steps and taking a photo, producing it, having artists come in and paint the photos to sell as souvenir items. And then someone in my family looking at that and saying, hey, that's pretty special. Let's bring it home. What's also interesting is we often think about vintage items or antique items as having value if they're worth something, if they're worth a lot of money. But I think something like this is extra special and extra valuable because it has an interesting story, especially in the history of how photography came to be, color photography in particular. And so I think that's what makes beautiful old things like this worth preserving. Thanks so much for joining me. If there's another item from the box that you would like to learn more about with me, leave a comment. I would be happy to do that. I'm probably going to pick one or two more items, so stay tuned for that. Thanks.